What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to showcase a Galarian Corsola team in the Go Battle League. Now, Corsola here is not the flashiest Pokemon in the game, but it is one of the most oppressive neutral game Pokemon in the entire format. It is so bulky, and the ability to have Astonish as well as Nightshade and Power Gem, just very efficient moves through and through. This Pokemon, as long as it's not against a Dark or a Normal type Pokemon, does so much work here, and it can be such a frustrating Pokemon to deal with, so I'm excited to see it in action. But before we get into the battles, I do want to ask if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. All right, Corsola into Seaking. Okay, I'm pretty sure neutrally this is a really good matchup for Corsola, but they might try to do like a catch at some point or like a chip and dip here. So we always have to be worried about that. They're staying in, so they're likely a little bit scared of Corsola in the back line, and they throw on 7. But do they Drill Run or Icy Wind? If they're going to stay in, likely an Icy Wind is going to come through. If this is a Drill Run, they might swap. It is Icy Wind. They try to switch anyway. Okay. Now, I don't have a great Clodsire answer, but I'm honestly not that scared once I chip this down with Drill Runs. 8. If they're on Sludge Bomb here, then I can survive one attack. If it's Stone Edge, then I really would rather not taking that, so we'll go for the shield. Yeah, so they're at 1, 5 away from the next. But we were quick enough on our swap here that we can go for the back-to-back Drill Run just a little bit earlier than they might like. Big Drill Run. Our opponent goes for the No Shield, makes sense. And we'll go for an attempted CMP, but they do overfarm. I mean, knocking this out, or at least getting it out of the way for Tinkaton, is likely really good for us. They do shield that again. And I mean, these Pecks even are doing quite a bit of damage to them. They are at 1 Peck on the Seaking right now. Keep that in mind. We shield the Stone Edge. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good play by them to save the Clodsire. We'll see how much it's going to matter. Likely they go for the instant Drill Run here. But I'd rather not risk that they go for an Icy Wind. So we'll go for the catch here. Oh, they actually had Icy Wind, so it's actually a good thing that I didn't try to stay in on my Furo. Clodsire is still around, but they have to throw a lot of energy to knock us out. And I have back-to-back attacks here. Oh my goodness. Poor Jumpluff. It's got nowhere to go. But this is a heads-up play by them to bring this in. I'm a debuffed Galarian Corsola. I'm not going to do that much damage here with these Astonishes or with these Power Gems. So they're at 4 right now. 1 away from potentially reaching an Energy Ball. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well, I don't get knocked out by an Earthquake, so I'm still very fine with this, especially reaching the Bulldoze first. This guarantees that I get his shield, right? And the bad thing for them is Clodsire cannot one-shot me with an Earthquake anyway. So they're going to be in a spot here where they need to have so many moves for all of my Pokemon. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get there. Well, I hope they don't. I want to win this game, so we got to hope that they don't. Big Earthquake does do a lot of damage, but we do survive. All right, big Bulldoze here. And we'll see if they want to go for a shield. Well, they don't have a shield remaining, actually. Never mind. We'll see if they try to go for, like, a move, I guess, with Corsola at this point. Or with Jumpluff. Alright. We CMP here with the Bulldoze. This is going to do the most amount of damage you've ever seen a Charge Attack do. Honestly, a Fairy Wind probably would have done more. But maybe I get a debuff? No debuff. Okay. So right now, they should be at 6, or 7, rather. They have, basically, they have a full Acrobatics loaded, but they're 5 away from back-to-back attacks. I'll bring in Corsola. Because we should just get a move if they don't throw. And if they did throw, I think we could have just pecked down. Alright, nice. Kind of a tricky team comp with that Clodsire in the backline, but luckily Furo was pretty good into their team, and Corsola was just pretty neutrally safe as well. Corsola into Shadow Fortress. Okay, no matter what moveset here, this is where I want to see it, but we'll see if they are on Bug Bite, potentially. They are, okay. I am happy to see that. Because Bug Bite here does very little damage to us. They made a nice catch, I guess. Onto an Azu, though. Interesting. This might be a bit of a crazy play. I'm going to bring in my Furo here, just because I'm a little bit nervous they're on Hydro Pump, and I'm also a little bit nervous, potentially, that there could be a Carbink in the backline. But they are, it looks like, on Ice Beam, which is, you know, it's good for them. Less good for me. If they were on Play Rough plus Hydro Pump, that'd be the best moveset for me to see here. because now, unfortunately, I don't get to 3 Drill Pecks before they get their next Ice Beam off. We'll go for the old Drill Peck, and we'll have to throw a second one before they get their next move. Go for a CMP here. I doubt we are going to see a no-shield, but if we do, that is very fine by me. Keep in mind, they're at 15 Bug Bites right now on that Fortress. So they are like just 2 fast moves away from their next attack. Almost certainly we see a switch out here. There's no way they want to let me build up more energy. Well, I get a full peck down if they let me, I guess. Okay, that's odd. Oh, wow, that's a surprise. A Carbink in the back? That, I don't think any of us saw that one coming. 2. All right. So I guess what I do here is, I mean, I hate doing it, but I think I just sacrifice Furo at this point. It's done a lot of damage, and I wouldn't mind just winning Switch, getting my Tinkaton against this, Corsola back up into that Fortress. And looks like we don't even do a stupid play of letting them, like, drill, or Santumar Tinkaton. Rock Tomb's going to debuff our attack stat, but it doesn't quite two-shot us from here. They need more Bug Bite damage, and even with that debuff, these Astonishes and these Nightshades are going to do so much damage to them. So I guess at this point, they're still forced to throw a second Rock Tomb against us, and then I think Tinkaton should close out this game pretty well. I mean, them letting that go, I think, is just a complete lose condition, right? They should be in Fairy Wind downrange now. Then I double Gigaton Hammer and I win? Or maybe I could even bulldoze this just to make my life a little bit easier. Yeah, they have to throw energy there. No, I can Fairy Wind down easily. Nice. I mean, beating a D-Gen team like that's always pretty fun, so it's a good thing we saved our Tinkaton like we thought it would be a good idea. Mantine lead, that's a good lead. Although, because the animations kind of suck, it's always hard to avoid a catch here. And likely what they're going to do is a bit of a chip and dip play. Likely go for a Water Pulse here before swapping out. And we'll see if that's the case. Yeah, they're going to go for the Water Pulse. I know we do survive this pretty well. I'm a Galarian Corsola after all. But they're likely to do 1 in swap here. So what I'm going to do is actually a really stupid play. You might think it's easier to call when someone's going to catch by throwing on alignment, but sometimes people expect the good players to not throw an alignment. So I'm just going to go instantly for the Power Gem. And we do get a shield there, which is kind of interesting to me. And they bring in a Ninetales. 7. I mean, I survived that, right? I feel like this is a really good spot to be in, because not only do I live this move, but I should get a shield back. I guess I probably should have gone for the Power Gem. But, like, just in case they didn't CMP us, I wanted to guarantee that I was a little bit quicker to my next move. But now I'm only going to be, like, well, they're 5 away from their next move on this Pokemon. I should be able to go into my Furo here and just CMP on the second Weather Ball. We'll go for the Drill Peck. It should be enough to knock out, and just in case their Switch Clock is back up, I'd want to guarantee they don't catch a Drill Run on the Mantine. I don't think it's back up just yet, though. Yeah, we get the move through. This should knock out the Ninetales. And Mantine at this point is still around, so they might bring it back in, but I feel like at this point, I have done a decent amount of chip damage against them. Oh, wow. Okay, it's a Carbink abuser. Good stuff. We'll see how this plays out, actually. I mean, it's not the worst spot to be in, if I'm being completely honest. It could be a lot worse. Because I think I can bank a move here. And then that's going to be kind of awkward for them later on this game. Because 2 Water Pulses don't knock us out here from this. And I do have the shield advantage, right? So we just shield up one of these. We double Gigaton Hammer. And, I mean, I guess that energy on Furo is going to be pretty useless, but even still, it's around. We have it in case we want it. And we'll see what exactly happens here. Gigaton Hammer likely is a 2-shot from this range. I got a lot of fast move pressure against him. Yeah, it's an easy 2-shot. And they can't really ever go for a catch, because, I mean, would you really want to catch a Gigaton Hammer on a Carbink? I don't think so. I would imagine wing attacks do less fast move pressure than rock throws, actually. So I'll overfarm a little bit here. Why would you catch that? Like, literally, why would you catch that? I have a Drill Run loaded, or a Drill Peck. Either way, I have a Drill of some sort loaded. And I'm not even in Water Pulse range. I mean, goodbye, Bink. I'd say it's nice knowing you, but not really. Shadow Marowak. Okay. There's a lot of things that could be with this. I feel like mainly, I see a lot of D-Gen Pokemon with this recently. you know, Pokemon such as Fortress, potentially. What is this? Dunsparce, yikes, okay. Maybe I should have brought this in, but then again, I don't have an answer to Dunsparce, so maybe this was still the play. 7. Is that a CMP? It might have been. Anyway, we go for the Gigaton. I do think I survived 2 drill runs, which is pretty nice. I shield that. Man, I want to land the Gigaton. That is a little bit scary. It was a CMP. I could have gone for the Overfarm, but we'll see what's going to happen here. Drill run, yeah, we don't get quite 2-shot here, but their Switch Clock will be up in a second. All right, I have the Gigaton loaded, and honestly, Dunsparce is not the best into Corsola, so like even if they do double shield, so be it. I'll go for the Gigaton on CMP just in case I try to go for like a snipe down with something else. And we'll see what they do, because I do have... They do double shield. Wow, okay. Man, if it's a Carbink in the backline, I'm in so much trouble here. Which, like, it's gotta be a Carbink, right? Like, what else would it be? I don't know what else they'd even possibly have at this point. I gotta let this go, though. I can't shield up a drill run of all things. And I will get a 2 Power Gems likely against him. But maybe it's like, I don't know, some awesome third Pokemon for me to see. I don't see it, though. I think, unfortunately for us, I might be just getting destroyed by D-Gen. Oh, that next move doesn't even knock him out. This is a tragedy. This is such a tragedy. It's so tragic that I can't speak. Anyway, drill run. Ow. We go for the next move. And I mean, I just have to hope that shield advantage on my Fearow is all I need to win this one. Power Gem puts him down low. Is that like 2 peck range? It is actually, okay. Well, if it's Carbink, I lose. If it's like anything else that 2 shield Fearow sweeps, which it might actually be, or maybe they're just giving me hope for no reason. We'll find out shortly, I guess. We'll go for the shield on the rock slide. It's probably a Bone Club bait, because that's what Marowaks do. Wait a second. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. I forgot this was a team. Right, yeah, people do run this. Well, not a lot of people, but, like, I've seen this before. 7, okay. This is going to be awkward, because I need to make sure I have enough energy for the back line here. They're not at a rock slide yet, are they? Honestly, what I should do is, like, there's no reason for me not to alignment throw. I have not been counting the Marowak anywhere near as much as I should be, but I have enough of my Corsola left over that just in case they are at the rock slide here, I think the play is going to be to instantly throw and try to CMP. Because either I peck down or I Astonish down after. I kind of lost count of this Marowak, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we're fine. We get the win. GG's. Alright, Corsola into Altaria. Alright, I don't hate this, but it's not the, honestly, like, the best matchup for us either. It's kind of crazy to say, but I think Altaria does technically win the Zeros. Just because it does survive a Power Gem. Oh, that was bad timing, though, by them. I wonder if... No, it's never going to make it, so I outpace. But that's, like, slightly bad timing by them. We'll see what they want to do here. They probably try to catch at some point. And, like... Okay, they don't. Okay, you know, I don't know what people do sometimes. Whenever I use Galarian and Corsola, I always feel like it's a Pokemon that is so easy to catch on. They shield that. Wow, okay. Well, I don't get knocked out by this move, do I? I think I get my next attack off. But we'll see. Because they throw in bad timing, I might just barely get there. Yeah, okay. They probably catch this. I keep saying that, and it doesn't happen. Okay, I just don't know PvP anymore. I don't even know what to say. This doesn't knock out them. So I'll bring in my Fearow to get an energy lead to try to also peck down if possible. That is a huge farm down. I have a full charge attack plus a shield advantage. If it's like the classic Ninetales and Polion backline, they're in so much trouble right now. Yeah. Well, I know I can 2-shield through this if I really want to. The only problem is... I don't know if I want to go down 2-shield saying I have a Fearow in the backline. They could surf bait us here. Honestly, I'm going to let this go. Shadow Ball doesn't one-shot us. And Nightshade here will probably put them into a range, if they don't shield this, where I can Astonish down. It's not like I can't Gigaton Hammer this later on, so I'm going to just, like, chip and dip, and then try to get a shield advantage here. And maybe hope that my Fearow on the back line, despite already seeing a pretty good matchup for it in the lead. It might still have some play in the back. We'll shield the Surf. I don't want to take any chip damage if I can help it. And wow, that is by no means an answer to a Fearow up this much energy. I don't think a Drill Run's quite enough to knock out there, but it should be after like 2 or 3 more pecks. So I'm going to overfarm as much as I can, just so I can make it very annoying to take down my Fearow in the endgame. Okay, we threw right before I was at 100 energy. That next peck wouldn't have helped us reach another charge attack any quicker, so might as well take less damage if I can. Or if they do that, I just CMP the next move. They must be scared of Fearow. They must be very scared of this Pokemon to play it out this way. So they're 3 away from another Surf on Jelly, right? I do believe so. And I can easily get to a Drill Peck there beforehand. I've seen a team recently with like a Primeape in the back line here with a team kind of like this. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Nice. We get this move off. If it is like a Primeape, then I'm just 3 away from an attack. I guarantee that I outpace them. And if it's something else, I guess we'll play it by ear. I still have Corsola and Tinkaton and Fearow. Oh, well, okay, that's not what I thought it was, but I mean, that's pretty good for Fearow still. And honestly, even Tinkaton can deal with this if I have to. So they're at 3. 2 away from the next attack. And they have to Rock Slide us to knock us out. I could catch this if I really wanted to. But, like, I guess they don't even throw. GG's. Not much they could do there. Fearow is actually so strong into their team. That's why I like it. It's so flexible. And it's also kind of fun. All right, Corsola into Dunsparce. Yikes. I've actually seen quite a few Dunsparce recently on Astonish, which would be even worse for us, but we'll see. Yeah, thank you for staying in for a second there, buddy. I wasn't trying to instantly swap or anything. Or they throw on alignment at least, but that is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I'm not going to be able to outpace this super easily now. 1, 2, 3. But if they're going to stay in here, at least I can chip this down. And saying they are on rollout, it is a little bit better for us, I guess. For Corsola, at least. Great, they're throwing on alignment again. I'm going to lose to an alignment gamer. Please Rock Slide, don't Drill Run, thank you. If they Drill Ran, they'd actually be able to get the next move off here in 3 rollouts. 3. I should at least guarantee to land 1 single attack here. 1 Drill Peck should land through the shield. They do let that go. Yeah, okay. Now I'm not as scared of this Dunsparce. We've done what we needed to with our Fearow. Thanks in part to them throwing on alignment. Drill Peck gets the knockout. Okay. Well, what's going to come in here? Okay. I'm kind of scared. Maybe I shouldn't swap this back in, but I feel like at this point, I don't want to give them a big farm down. They're at 7, so 2 away from a second attack. This could be on Shadow Ball. I've seen Homesize Henry actually talk about Shadow Ball, Shadow Annihilape, but no. All right, they're at 9, so they have their next Rage Fist now. But they have to shield this to knock us out. And there could be... there's a good chance there's like a Primeape in the back line. I've seen a team like that before, too. Well, there it is. 5. I don't know. I have 3 things to beat fighters, but I don't think I have enough in the tank to beat this one. Okay. We'll force them here to go for either a whole bunch of Rage Fists or to debuff themselves at some point. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have to go for a... Well, I win then if they don't throw that move. They had to CMP a close combat right then, and if they did, I think either my Corsola or my Fearow would have farmed down. But if they don't, especially, we just bulldoze, and I guess we win that game that way. I don't like that. Malamar is a little bit tricky for this team, just because, well, I do have Tinkaton in the backline for this. If I swap in my Fearow here, we just straight up lose the 2-shield matchup. And I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do here instead, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of HP on my Corsola by going here for the Nightshade and just staying in, going for the Astonishes as well. If we get a shield here, then we swap. If they no shield, then we stay in. They go for the no shield. Okay. So we just stay in here. We get the fast move pressure against them, and we force a second attack against us with this Malamar. Now, I am a little bit worried that Tinkaton might not have a lot of play in the backline, because with a lead like this, you'd have to imagine they'd at least have something in the backline good against Tinkaton, but maybe they don't. They don't get to a superpower just barely. That's helpful. Yeah, like what if they have a Ninetales in the backline, for example? I don't think I win this game. Wow. That's a cool team. What do I do? What do I do? Emolga hardwalls. Poor little Firo here. Firo does not deserve this. I don't... Yeah, I mean, they wall me. This is so bad. Yeah. You know what? Well played. Cool team. I don't know what else I could have done here. That is unfortunate for us. Let's get out of this one. We'll see Corsola into Shadow Celio. All right. Well, I don't want this anywhere near my bird, but they might go for a catch at some point. And that would not be nice. 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're at a surf right now. This will, in fact, do damage, but it won't exactly one-shot us. They'll probably try to go for a catch at some point. Hey, they went for a catch on the Marowak. That's fine. It would be more fine if I didn't let this happen. But I mean, honestly, Firo should be able to set up quite a bit here. So I'm somewhat fine with that. 5, 6. They go for good timing. Smart by them. I'll shield this up. And we'll see what they want to do. If I went for the Nightshade, the bait there would have been actually a lot better for us. Because then maybe I could farm this down. Nice. I have a lot of energy, though. And the thing is, even a Celio doesn't want to take Drill Picks, right? They don't have a lot of Ice-type damage aside from their fast move pressure, too, so it's going to be a little bit awkward for them if they bring it back in. But we'll see what they do. They should be at 2, so 2 away from their next Body Slam, potentially. All right. We'll go for the move right before their Body Slam here. They might have lagged a turn on entry. I didn't see a Sneak come through, and I don't think they see Impede. They do shield that. Wow. They must be kind of scared of Firo. 6. All right. So they're 3 away from back-to-back Body Slam. Okay. A little bit scary to let a farm down like that happen, but I think I kind of have to here. We'll just sacrifice our Corsola and hope that up a lot of energy, Tinkaton should have some play. Surf doesn't knock us out, so we have our Corsola around if we need it. The Gastrodon in the backline, great. Not the Pokemon I wanted to see here necessarily. They throw an alignment. Yeah, man. Oh, that's so close to having a chance in the backline here, but I think unfortunately for us, Gastro's just going to degen us a little bit too much to put us into range where we get knocked out by a Surf from the Celio. That's not good. So many people running Mud Slappers these days. Okay. I am kind of almost fine with them throwing this move against us, because I do survive a Body Slam here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch out to get 1 Astonish against them to try to put them into Bulldoze range. Because if I can knock them out with a Bulldoze here, maybe I can Bulldoze this and get to another move against the Celio. That's like my only chance, but I'm in Body Slam range here, so I don't know if that even matters. And it's not even enough. Yeah, I guess I should have seen the double slap coming. Another Shadow Pidgeot, alright. Kind of a scary Pokemon, but Corsola can at least get a shield advantage here. And normally once you get that, the game gets a little bit easier for us. Should I Nightshade bait? That'd be kind of funny. I don't think that's ever the play, though. I would hate to Nightshade and have them call that. Okay, so they're 4, 5, 6. So they have a Brave Bird. They're 2 past it. And they do have to Brave Bird us to knock us out. If they Air Cut or bait for some reason, that's fine. They do Air Cut or bait. So actually they're at 4, 5, 6. Wow, they're giving us both shields. I'm glad I have something to hard wall the energy in the back line. But I don't know exactly what they're going to do. 7, 8, 9. Wow, we get a lot of Astonish damage here, but they get about 100 energy out of this matchup, which is equally scary. They throw a move here. What's that going to be, though? If that's a Brave Bird, that's a lot of energy down the drain. If it's just an air cutter, that's even better. If it's a heat wave, that's super effective and annoying. Why do they have heat wave? That's an unfortunate attack to have. I guess I shield this up then. Wow! Wow, 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 wow. That is so annoying. I guess I should have seen right through them. They just get there! No! And tell me they're 2 away from the freaking air cutter now, right? Okay, they're not at least. But I don't know if there's much I can beat against in the back line now. I guess I should have just fully sacked my guy. I should have fully sacked Tinkaton, because then I wouldn't have shielded a stupid move. They bring in a Diggersby here. Oh, it's on quick attack, though, so that's not even good for us, because I don't 2-shot before they get to 2 fire punches. Ah, man. that's beyond tragic, I will say. That is beyond tragic. Wow. I hate that so much. Whoa, this guy might be playing the wrong meta here. Hakamo in the lead's not a bad thing to see, but our backline is actually just better against this, which is kind of funny. So we'll see what they want to do. They're likely going to Rock Tomb instantly here just to get the debuff into us, but what I think I want to do, actually, is I'm going to bank this energy. And then I want to come in with my Fearow, just get a lot of faster pressure against him, clear my debuff. I do bait out a Charge-a-Bug here. Not the best Pokemon to see, but I mean, I have a lot of energy across the board right now, and by clearing my debuff that I got in the lead, we should be in a very playable spot. But the big question is, what is the third Pokemon going to be this game? They do let that go for... Alright. I think it's always worth a shield here. But we'll see what they're going to do. They do discharge. Okay. 5. They have another move ready to go right now. They could shield this if they want to try to farm us down here. I wouldn't be all that surprised to see it. Although they no shield. Okay. What's it going to be in the backline then? Maybe like a Celio? Or maybe just something else. I guess we'll find out shortly. We have enough energy that we likely get to a move here against most things. Okay. Well, we have a lot of play with Tinkaton this game, it looks like. So I'm going to just go back into my Corsola here and either force him to stay in or to, like, force him to waste energy. I should survive this attack from this range. I'll go for the no shield. They do go for the Surf. And I'm going to go for the instant Nightshade, because I feel like if I went for one more Astonish, there's a pretty good chance they just catch my move on the Hakamo. So I'd rather just guarantee the damage here. We will give a bit of a farm down over it, looks like, though, which is maybe a bit scary. But saying it's a Hakamo of all things in the backline, it's not going to want to fight either my Tinkaton or my Fearow that I still have. So we'll let this through. Surf hurts, but it's not going to 2-shot from a non-Shadow. Okay. We get a catch here. I don't think that catch really matters that much. But it's not bad either. What I'm going to do now... Oh, the undercharge? Okay. And we bulldoze. Hopefully this knocks out here. If it doesn't, a bit of a waste of energy, actually, by me. I hope it is enough, though. I don't want to take a brick break here. They live on 1. That's actually kind of bad now, isn't it? Because now I'm in Surf range. Hopefully that's not going to matter, but it could. That is so unfortunate. I guess I should have gone for the full farm down. But I think it doesn't matter, because this Celio is in range where if I end up getting a bulldoze off here, I might just Fairy Wind down. But they can now go for Body Slam against us. No debuff there for us. They probably Body Slam bait. But I think they're like just outside of range where I knock them out here with a bulldoze still. They go for another move. I don't think a bulldoze would have been enough. Did I just throw this? Or is this just a Body Slam? Please just be a Body Slam. Please, please. Okay, it's just a Body Slam. We're good. They're freaking me out here, man. They're freaking me out. Oh, man. Okay. I kind of threw that game by throwing the bulldoze into the Hakamo. I really should have just committed to a full farm down and double Gigaton the Celio. But I always have so much more faith in bulldoze than I should. Corsola into Shadow Pidgeot. Yikes. Okay. Well, I know the regular Pidgeot's kind of good for us, but Shadow Pidgeot actually just does damage. It does real damage here which is kind of scary. But I can get a shield advantage guaranteed. So I'll go for this. And if I get shields down, my Fearow can deal with this later on. Okay, so they're at 4. They do have a Brave Bird. 5, 6. I mean, what's going to happen here, obviously, is they're going to throw the Brave Bird and then switch out and clear their debuffs. But I kind of have to let it happen anyway. I have Tinkaton to wall the energy if they do stay in. And if they switch out, I have Fearow to likely punish whatever they bring in. Yeah, a lot of Marowaks today. That's crazy how many we're seeing. But we'll see what the final Pokemon's going to be. We shield this up, even though they could bait us. But I feel like a bait is so unnecessarily rude here. Nice. And wait, they just want damage against us. That's actually not a bad play on their part. That's only a Bone Club, but that is annoying. Because that's like unnecessary damage that I don't need to take, technically. But it's still fine, I guess. If it's like double Mud Slap, I think we're still in a playable spot. But we'll see. Drill Peck gets the knockout. They bring this back in, but like a Shadow Pidgeot doesn't want to take a Drill Peck, right? I think this might knock him out if they let it through him. I hope it does. Maybe it doesn't quite. They shield anyway, so that's even better for us. Because now I CMP the Drill Peck. And I think this should knock him out from like 50% HP. It's a Shadow Pidgeot from a Fearow. If they do survive this, that's a little bit tragic because they have a lot of energy here. Okay, they do survive. But you know what? I'm going to let this go anyway. I think the play here at this point, since they have like back-to-back air cutters, is to just invest in 2 Gigaton Hammers and hope for the best. Yeah, it's Gastro, makes sense. That's kind of what I thought it would be. But I couldn't really do much around that, aside from hoping that Gigaton Hammer would be enough. I needed that Pidgeot gone. I don't know. Maybe I could play better. Oh, that does 2-shot, though. So, as long as I don't have, like, a... They're gonna double Body Slam, aren't they? I have to no-shield. And that should win us the game. I think. Because now they can't go for an Air Cutter against us with a Pidgeot, which would do more damage than Body Slam. So either we get a win or a tie. Hold on, we might have a chance. If they're in one single Fairy Wind range, I'd be so happy. Please. If they're not, then I get a tie. They are. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. You know, Gigaton Hammer. Who was worried? I was not. It's too good. 4-1 set even. That's a good game to get a 4-1 off of. I'm happy with that. And we get a Weezing. Cash that in. 29.92. Back up to legend pushing territory. Galarian Corsola is such a scary Pokemon in the Great League right now. It's so bulky, and its ability to do so much damage as well just means that in those neutral game matchups, and in the good matchups especially, this Pokemon is nearly unbeatable. Give it a go if you have one. But yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.